Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of James Bond with the iconic novel Casino Royale by Ian Fleming. I grew up watching the suave 007 on the big screen, but it wasn't until I read the book that I truly appreciated the depth and complexity of the character. And that's what we're here to explore today. We'll be taking a closer look at the plot, the characters, and the themes that make Casino Royale such a timeless classic. Casino Royale is the first novel in the James Bond series written by British author Ian Fleming. The book was first published in 1953 and has since become a classic of the spy thriller genre. The novel introduces us to James Bond, a British secret agent known by his code name 007. In Casino Royale, Bond is sent on a mission to bankrupt a wealthy and ruthless Russian agent named Chiffre, who is using his skills at Baccarat to finance Soviet spy activities. As Bond attempts to take down Chiffre at the casino tables in northern France, he is aided by Vesper Lynd, a British agent posing as his wife. Along the way, Bond encounters dangerous obstacles and must use all of his spy skills to succeed in his mission. Casino Royale is a thrilling and action-packed novel that introduces readers to the iconic character of James Bond and sets the stage for a series of exciting spy adventures. Let us briefly look at the author. Ian Fleming was a British author and journalist who is best known for creating the character of James Bond. Fleming served in the British Naval Intelligence during World War II and drew on his experiences in intelligence work to craft the character of Bond and the world of espionage that he inhabits. Fleming began writing the James Bond series in 1953 with the publication of Casino Royale. He went on to write 11 more Bond novels and 2 collections of short stories before his death in 1964. The Bond novels have been hugely popular and have been translated into dozens of languages, spawning numerous film adaptations and other spin-offs. Fleming's background in intelligence work gives him a unique perspective on the world of spies and espionage that is reflected in his writing. His attention to detail and his ability to craft tense, action-packed scenes have made him one of the most influential and beloved authors of the spy thriller genre. As mentioned before, the book is set in the 1950s and follows Bond as he is sent on a mission to bankrupt a wealthy Russian agent named Chiffre, who is using his Baccarat skills to finance Soviet spy activities. The novel opens with Bond being introduced to his new boss, M, who sends him on the mission to take down Chiffre at the casino in Royale, a resort town in northern France. Bond is aided by Vesper Lynd, a British agent posing as his wife. As Bond and Lynd work together to outwit Chiffre at the Baccarat table, they encounter dangerous obstacles and must use all of their spy skills to succeed in their mission. The plot takes several twists and turns, including a dramatic showdown between Bond and Chiffre, and a shocking revelation about Vesper's true motives. Throughout the novel, Fleming weaves in themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the corrupting influence of money and power. The main characters in Casino Royale include James Bond, a skilled and ruthless spy with love for danger and adventure, Chiffre, a wealthy Russian agent who uses his Baccarat skills to finance Soviet spy activities, and Vesper Lynd, a British agent who poses as Bond's wife and helps him take down Chiffre. Other notable characters include Bond's boss, M, and several other spies and casino patrons who become entangled in the plot. Casino Royale explores several key ideas and themes that are relevant not only to the novel's plot, but also to broader social and cultural issues. Here are some of the key ideas and themes presented in the book. The corrupting influence of power. Throughout the novel, we see how the characters are willing to do almost anything to gain and maintain power. Chiffre is motivated by the desire to finance Soviet spy activities, while Bond and Vesper are both working to advance the interests of the British government. However, in their quest for power, the characters also become corrupted and lose sight of their moral values. Loyalty and betrayal. Another key theme in the novel is the idea of loyalty and betrayal. Bond and Vesper are initially presented as partners working together to take down Chiffre, but as the plot unfolds, we see that Vesper has her own agenda and is willing to betray Bond in order to further her own interests. This theme of loyalty and betrayal is also explored in Bond's relationship with his boss, M. The allure of danger and adventure. James Bond is a character who is drawn to danger and adventure, and this theme is woven throughout the novel. Bond takes risks and faces danger in order to complete his mission, and he is motivated by the thrill of the chase. However, this also puts him in danger and leads to the loss of several of his colleagues. The psychology of gambling. Casino Royale is known for its vivid descriptions of high-stakes gambling, and this theme is explored in depth throughout the novel. Fleming portrays gambling as a psychological battle between the players, with the outcome determined not just by luck but also by skill, strategy, and the ability to read one's opponents. In some ways, the book relates to current events, other literature, and relevant topics. Espionage and National Security. Casino Royale is a spy novel that explores the world of espionage and national security. Today, espionage continues to be a relevant topic, particularly in light of recent revelations about foreign interference in democratic elections and cyber attacks by state-sponsored organizations. The novel also raises questions about the balance between national security and personal freedom. The psychology of gambling. Fleming's vivid descriptions of high-stakes gambling and the psychological battle between players are still relevant today. With the rise of online gambling and sports betting, there is growing concern about the addictive nature of gambling and its impact on individuals and families. James Bond as a cultural icon. The character of James Bond has become a cultural icon, with numerous film adaptations and spin-off novels. The enduring popularity of James Bond speaks to our fascination with spies, adventure, and danger. Cold War tensions. Casino Royale was written during the height of the Cold War, and the novel reflects the tensions between the West and the Soviet Union. Today, there are still tensions between Russia and the West, and the novel serves as a reminder of the complex geopolitical landscape of the Cold War era. Literary influences. Ian Fleming was influenced by several literary traditions, including the spy novel, the thriller, and the adventure story. His writing style has influenced countless authors in these genres, and the character of James Bond continues to inspire new works of fiction. There are several key differences between the Casino Royale book and the movie. Plot. While the general plot of the movie follows the book, there are several changes and additions made to the movie's storyline. The most notable of these is the inclusion of a high-stakes poker game, which is not present in the book. Characterization. The movie's version of James Bond is portrayed as a more rugged and physical character, while the book's Bond is more cerebral and reserved. Additionally, the movie's version of Vesper Lynd, Bond's love interest, is given a more prominent role and backstory than in the book. Setting. The movie takes place in modern times, while the book is set in the 1950s. This results in several differences in the technology and cultural references present in each version. Tone. The book is darker and more introspective than the movie, which features more action and humor. Overall, Casino Royale is a well-crafted and entertaining novel that continues to captivate readers today. Whether you are a fan of spy thrillers, adventure stories, or simply good writing, this book is definitely worth checking out. While I have provided a brief summary of the plot and themes, there is much more to discover and appreciate in the book. Each reader brings their own unique perspective and interpretation to the story, and I encourage you to read it for yourself and form your own opinions. Whether you are a fan of spy thrillers, classic literature, or simply good storytelling, Casino Royale is a book that is sure to captivate and entertain. So go ahead and pick up a copy, immerse yourself in the world of James Bond, and enjoy the ride. The link for the book is there in the description. Thank you for watching this summary of Casino Royale by Ian Fleming. I hope you found it informative and engaging. If you have already read the book, please feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts and opinions on it. I would love to hear your feedback and start a conversation about the book. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more book summaries like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. We are dedicated to providing high-quality summaries of both fiction and non-fiction books, and we are always looking for new and interesting books to explore. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video.